The cupcake's gonna consume. You guys get to look at the cupcake. This thing was at the GameStop that I went to. This cupcake. Guys, look at this. This is the Mr. Cupcake from the FNAF movie. Look at this thing right here. Look at that. Oh my god. Look at this. This thing's huge. Like, look at that. Look at that cupcake right there. That's wild. This was hard to find. Like, no joke. Look at that. There's a big cupcake. Look at that. That's horrifying. I'm surprised they made merch of this. Look at that. Let me see if I can align it. Look at that. That's amazing. Look at that. They made merch of the cupcake because that was a lot of marketing in the movie. I wonder if they're gonna make a popcorn bucket. They should make a popcorn bucket for the second movie. Missed opportunity if they don't make a popcorn bucket. Am I right? I will buy a popcorn bucket of this in an instant. I mean, I have a lot of popcorn buckets. They should make a popcorn bucket of the cupcake. When Five Nights at Freddy's 2 comes out, we need a popcorn bucket. There's no way they don't make a popcorn bucket of this. I know Blumhouse doesn't make popcorn buckets, but like, it'll be a missed opportunity if we don't get a popcorn bucket. Right? Alright. The popcorn bucket for FNAF. Imagine. We got a preview for Five Nights at Freddy's 3 Rewritten. That comes out on March 31st. So yeah, we're gonna get the Five Nights at Freddy's Revisited in March 10, and this one's gonna come out on March 31st. They're separate projects. They're not gonna be they're gonna be different, alright? This is like a story and the other one's in a natural, like edited version of the FNAF movie. We're gonna start the 3-minute mark as always. The thing's huge. Look at that. There's like a lot of cupcake plushies that they made that they turn into, because like the cupcake was the most marketed thing in the movie, and also it was the most like this thing was a monster in the movie. It did a lot of stuff in that movie. It consumed. I wasn't expecting a cupcake to kill a lot of people. We made it to the 3-minute mark. Let me see. Here it is. All right, we're gonna start. So there's original characters in Five Nights at Freddy's 3 written. It's not like basically it's my prediction for what's. I already did the second one. The second one's already out. This is the third one. The third one's gonna come out in March. So I'm about to read it. All right. This is a character, Officer Hella. You're gonna learn more about her when the third one comes out. This is like a sneak peek of the third one. There's only one place we can go to find more info, but this place is very far away. It's a man named Henry Emily. He knows more than anyone about this place and Freddy's secrets. Tim nods as they drive to the location. While in the car, he spots a coffee in the car. Ooh, coffee, can I have some? No, that's mine. Get your own. Tim looks around the car and wonders if Hella brought one for him. Hey, question, is there any for me? Hehehe, poor Tim, you're funny. Answer is no, maybe next time, buddy. Tim nods as he thinks Hella might actually be serious about what she is saying. I did get you something. Check the storage holder in there. Wait, really? Tim leans to open the storage as he sees Hella doing the you look finger gesture. Hey, that's not really nice. Hella begins to laugh uncontrollably as she slaps her knee nonstop. I gotta be honest, that was pretty funny. Hey, look, we're already here. Come on, let's get it. Officer Tim asks Hella how she knows the name Henry Emily, as he is really curious, as he needs to know more. He does not want to be left in the blue about all this. The officer stops, laughing, as she begins to get serious and turns next to Tim, speaking about the history of the man they call Henry Emily, and begins to chat. It's gonna be a long story. Well, you see, it's quite funny. You don't know his name? Back then, he was such a famous icon, like those you see on TV, like Mickey Mouse, Mario. You sure you don't know him? Must have been before my time. Hella takes a deep breath as she looks at the side view mirror and explains the best she can about the story and how it went. Who doesn't know his name? He and his partner made the pizzeria. He made the first ever Fredbear's. Sadly, there was an incident in the 80s where kids went missing, and Henry was never heard of again. But there's also his partner, William. Not much is known about the dude. Detective Tim is in shock and awe that his partner was hiding all his info from him. So does William. Who is he? Supposed to be in all this. He was his partner back when Fredbear's Family Diner was open, but some event happened where five children went missing, and both of their names were not heard of ever again. So just poof, just like a ghost, never to be talked about for years. I just thought he died, but no, something else happened. I think he's still out there. Tim ponders as he wants Hella to speak more of this story he mentions, of this purple guy that was told in the story. He once saw in his dream once as well. You think his partner is responsible? There was this one dream I had where I saw this vision. It's like it was telling me to follow it. I have a feeling, but I'm sure for now we might get more answers as we follow his clues. Oh. Oh, and I also used to go to the school with him. Hey, look, we're at the area already. Tim looks up at the home as he and Hella are shocked to see it looks real messed up. As the two leave the car and they knock on the broken door, looking up closer, examining the house, all crooked and old. Wow, you think a guy who owns a diner would live in a more fancy home? Oh, don't be so mean. It looks, nice. A piece of wood falls to the ground, almost stabbing Tim's knees as he scoots to the side in fear. Oh god, yeah, nice and deadly. Hella pushes the ring to the doorbell, but seems the thing is broken. Oh well, we tried. Officer Hella gets closer. She begins to knock on the door and looks through the window. Huh, no answer. Guess no one's home. Well, he ain't here. Who is it? Hella looks back at Tim as her eyes raises an eyebrow. You were saying? Ha ha ha, very funny. Okay, ask him about, why we're here to begin with. Henry looks very scary, with his hands all graspy. It's like he could pop you with them. His voice was also threatening, so low for a guy like him. We have some questions if you don't mind. Go away. I don't want to talk to any news people right now. He closes and slams the door on the two as he takes a deep breath. Both Helen and Tim look at each other as they struggle with their words. We aren't any news people. Tim thinks he and Hella should just hit the road and not mess with the guy, as Henry talks back to them with a response so loud and brooding. And why should I take my time to talk to you right now? Tim kicks some rocks as he thinks all this is beginning to be a waste of time, but then whispers to Hella an idea that might work. Are you sure? Well, we can either leave or get answers. Hella agrees as she speaks back to the man. Well, a yellow rabbit broke into the pizzeria and killed one of our workers and threw him off the window. Who is he? Henry Emily sighs as he knows that is a bad sentence that just came out of her mouth. The door slowly creaks as he could open it and hears Henry's voice as he feels down on his soul. Fuck, not William again. I knew this crap would happen again. Okay, come in. He opens the door as Tim and Hala show a smile, waving awkwardly. Smile and wave, Tim. Smile and wave. Please stop waving. Hala slaps Tim in the head as he groans mad and enters the area. Ow! The hell? Sorry about that, sir. My friend here could be over the top. Yeah, I can tell. Henry looks annoyed with the two, as he really does not want the two to enter his home. Tim, two words. Zip it. Tim makes a zipping gesture as he zips his mouth and looks back into the house. The two enter the home as they are greeted by Charlie, smiling in the front of their faces. Hey there, welcome to our home. Want some cookies? Oh, wow, cookies! Officer Hello grabs the cookies and puts on the plate in anger as he tells Tim to sit aggressively. Can it, Tim? We're not here for cookies. We're here for info. We'll get cookies later. Tim sighs and rolls his eyes, all annoyed, as he looks around the room and finds a seat. and looks annoyed at Henry. Fine, let's begin talking so we can get out of here. So, Mr. Emily, can you tell us more info about this yellow rabbit story and why he killed our employee? Henry sighs as he looks at his picture of him and William, the once happy partners. He sure did change a lot. Please sit. It's going to be a long story. A sad one at that. Henry and Emily looks at Charlie as she walks closer to take care and remove her father's slow tears. It's okay, Dad. What happened with the diner and Mom was not your fault. It's just that you didn't know any better. He was truly an awful man. Charlie sits along with the group as Henry tells the tale that continues of what led to a horrifying event. Well, you see, me and William in our young years, when we met, he wanted me and my family to join him for a family dinner. If only I refused the offer. It was tragic what happened. The moment cuts to Henry looking at the drawings of his robots as he ponders if the trip is a good idea as he sleeps next to Emily. Tired and full of stress, he looks up into the sky as he wonders what to do next. I don't know, Emily. We don't know this family, and I really don't want our daughter to get hurt. Emily assures Henry that if anything happens, she'll make sure that Charlie will be safe no matter what. Let her explore this new world. She's just a kid. She has to be hanging out with Evan for years now. This family. We always look out for each other no matter what. Who knows, maybe this dinner meeting will be nice, right? Henry smiles as Emily smiles back. That smile made him the happiest father in the world. You always know how to make me feel better. Love you. I love you too. Now, dear, tomorrow is going to be a nice day. It wasn't a nice day. It was far from nice. If only I knew what would have happened, the day would have changed everything. It is the day of the meeting with the Aftons, as Henry is driving along with Charlie, as Charlie has her bunny with her, a Stanley plush that was built and given to her by her father, as they sing along in the car. It's always around me, all the noise. Sing it, Emily. Emily asks as she knows the lyrics quite well, but not nearly as loud as the voice. Your turn, Charlie. Charlie bops her head around as she lifts her plush unicorn. Let it happen, yeah! The family laughs as Henry stops the music and explains the rules to Charlie, turning around, goofing around. All right, Charlie, when we arrive to the Aftons, make sure to be on your best behavior, okay? Amelia laughs as she knows Charlie is an angel and won't cause much trouble. Oh, you don't have to worry much about her. This little saint won't do a thing, won't you, Charlie? Yup, me and Stanley here will be on our best behavior. Isn't that right, Stanley? I'll do my best, Mom. The family all laugh as they all have arrived to the location, as the location opens to them with a breeze in their eyes. Dad, this is the place. Look, it's Evan waving hello. Henry turns the car to a giant gate opening on itself to let them in. Well, if it isn't Henry himself. Come in, join us. We were just about to eat some dinner, pork and pie. My wife Clara made it. Evan is seen with a paper airplane as he waves it around, making noises as Charlie laughs. Come on, join us. We have so much food for everyone to go around. William, though, his tone has changed as he turns around out of nowhere to yell at Evan and grab him, dragging him by his arms. Evan, get back here in the house. You aren't supposed to be outside. It's dinner time, not playtime. Get back. Evan's tone has changed from happy to sad as he runs scared to the inside of the house as William lets him in and looks back at Emily as Emily looks at him with a weird eye tone. We see Henry and his family leave the car as they worry for Evan. Hey, he's just a kid. Don't yell at him. William assures Emily that he was just trying to look out for Evan's safety. It's not safe to be out here at this time. He could be lost. No need to worry, dear. He is his child after all. Honey, the poor kid was crying though. Emily doesn't seem to see it that way. She really thought it was wrong how William yelled at his own kid, but she wasn't able to do much as she, Henry, and Charlie entered the house. The very moment he yelled at that kid, I should have known He wasn't as he seems to be. If only Henry saw the hints earlier. Henry looks around the house as he takes interest in the paintings, impressed by them. Whoa, you drew these? No, my younger daughter drew these. Vanessa. Sometimes she's such a chore to deal with. Unlike Evan here. Huh, so where's she at? William laughs as he pretends the name Vanessa does not exist, but is shocked as Henry spots another. Hey, who's the boy with the gray shirt and brown hair? William looks at the image. It's his son, who is no longer with him. Not that he's dead, it's just that. Jake. He was such a troublemaker. He's no longer with us. He ran away days ago. He was a weird one since we didn't know his actual name. Wait, he's not your kid? What happened? Honestly, Henry, the only kid that is ours is Vanessa. We didn't want her though. I wanted the boy, but that was taken from me. You see, it was all ruined on that one night. Rain falls as William wonders if Clara is going to make it to the hospital in time. A new member of the Aftons is arriving, and this makes William very happy. Especially Clara. She always wanted a kid, and this will be her chance to be a mom. William drives as quick as he can as the two arrive to the hospital, as William slowly picks Clara up and runs over to the door and something happened. Clara is pushed by a person running through the door as the door hits Clara right in the stomach as she falls to the ground. William has his eyes on the man who ruined his chance to be a father. Now he is stuck with the only kid that he didn't want, the annoying Vanessa. He never saw her as his actual kid. He wanted to have an actual kid he cared for. The only the others were just things and obstacles in his way. But this gives him an idea. William pulls out his phone and takes a picture of the person's license plate as the car drives away. You're going to regret this. William turns back to see his wife Clara on the ground as the baby is no more. Clara, dear, are you okay? No, she isn't. The baby has been taken from her as she breaks down in tears as she is taken inside to be given the sad truth. I'm sorry, but you two can't have a child anymore. The child you were once going to have is gone. Clara breaks down in tears as she tugs at William's coat as he's just stand there, frozen, knowing his child he would have actually cared about is gone. Hold on for a moment, Doc. I know what I must do. His eyes glow purple as he slams the door shut in anger. But he is given another opportunity to be a father as two adopted children walk up to him with some adults as the adoption center wonders if William will want to take them in. He says yes, just to make Clara happy. It doesn't make him happy though, but he has to fake it as the pain still hurts him, as he needs to take his revenge for what was taken from him. The moment cuts to a man named Bob getting ready for work. As he does not see a yellow rabbit's reflection shine in the shadows while he opens the door and says goodbye to his family. The man was taken away from his family, as William's shadows are shown in the background. Bob screams as his body is quickly locked into a chair, as two more locks into his hands, as he's now unable to move. Help! Help! Somebody help me! He is on his own. No one is going to save him, as the speakers talk directly at him. Hello, Bob. I want to play a game. You know what you did. You bumped into my wife, took everything from me, and now you have to pay the price. You're in the chair that I took put you in. You have a few time to remove the screws. Live or die. Make your choice. Bob looks up to the clock as he sees it's 6 a.m., but it's too late. The clock is already ticking, as it already turned on some sharp saw bear machine type machine. How did the guy already have time to make something like this? No question. The blades look like knives as it's getting closer. They look like they could cut through Bob's flesh. Bob looks at the figure as it closes down the door. As he screams, he looks at the saw thing getting closer to him. Some music is in the speakers as it gets more static and louder as laughter is heard. It's like the voices is making fun of the poor guy. He sees some screws and tries to untie them As the shreddy is getting close and close, Bob knows his chances of survival are slim, but perhaps there's hope until the screws get loose. It's not much, but it's something. But sadly, it seems that his fate is set in stone, as his heartbeat gets faster and faster, as it fades back to William's mind, as Henry snaps him back to reality. William, you okay? Seems William already forgot as he mentions the food quickly on the table. It's like he didn't care. Eh, not much we can do now. Who cares? Let's eat. Seems the food is already on the table now. Let's start this party. Henry is shocked as why does William want to avoid his other daughter and let Evan out of the area? Strange, don't you think? Perhaps she is sick or something? Emily talks and gets along with Clara as they're enjoying some TV together. Wow, Clara, I did not know you liked The Immortal and the Restless, too. It's one of my favorite shows to watch with Henry. As Clara pulls out a smoke and she laughs along with Emily, looks into the screen, patting Emily's back. Yeah, it's the only show my husband lets me watch. And for the kids, too. They watch old cartoons. He is very strict, but I don't mind it, though. It does get boring, though. Man, am I right? Clara's eyes get a bit tired as she begins to smell the food and lifts Emily up. Hey, look, dinner is ready. Get yourself up. It's gonna be a feast. The entire family gets ready as they all sit down for dinner. Vanessa, get down here now. Vanessa was in her own room, if you can call it that, more like a shattered prison and a heartbreak. Who's Vanessa? She's. William looks at Clara like a lion in his eyes, looking more purple with a squint, like he was going to do something to her if she continued her sentence. She is just none of the matter. Look at the food in front of the table. Clara, you really outdone yourself this time. Clara chuckles as she pulls out a burned hand with scratches and begins to look around concerning Emily. What happened to you, dear? Clara looks in disappointment as William looks at her with his eyes full of fury. Something happened as we can hear in Clara's mind screams as she waves her hands around, ensuring she burned her hands by accident while cooking earlier. It's nothing, dear. Now, enjoy the feast. A young girl arrives with her bunny rabbit as she enters out of the shadows, looking sad like something is off. There you are, dear. Come join us for a bite. We were just about to. William looks at Clara as Clara stops talking. Vanessa just arrives to the table, sad and not in a cheery mood. Is something wrong with her? William looks at Vanessa with a stern look as he sees that scars are being shown. Oh my goodness, honey, where did you get those scars? Emily takes an exam, look at the scars, and she ensures the young girl to get her some bandages. Look like some glass or some type of knife marks. Do you know anything about this, William? William laughs as he cuts the meat over the table and chuckles as he pretends everything is fine. It's all good. She just was going around looking for food and cut herself. She does all the time, don't you, Vanessa? The mom yells across the room, slamming the table, scaring poor Evan to his core as she tries to defend his sister. Mom, don't yell at her! William yells, losing his temper in front of the family as he slams the table, scaring Charlie, Henry, and Emily. You keep your noise out of this, young man. Go to your room now if you know what's good for you. Clara speaks up as she had enough of William, as she yells back at his husband. Why are you being such a bitch in front of our children, you little... William slaps her and yells, throwing beer bottles into the floor as his silver eyes look down at her. Emily looks in horror as she runs to pick Clara back up. My goodness, Clara, are you okay? Charlie runs to the room to go see if her friends are okay as she flips Afton off. I hate you. Afton's eyes look into Charlie as Charlie could tell Afton isn't a good person and was far from the family guy he's shown to be when he first met her and her father. Henry thinks Afton was just too drunk as he lifts him up and sees Clara on the floor and wonders if it was the alcohol that made him this way. I think you had too much to drink, pal. Let's get you up. Henry, look, Clara is. No, no, it's fine. This happens all the time. It's part of the Afton tradition. Nothing to worry about. Henry and Emily look at each other in worry, but don't think much of it. Emily wants to talk to Henry in another room, as Henry quickly agrees. Hey, can you excuse me for a sec? I want to talk with my husband alone on the dinner. The dinner was nice. How just wait. Emily and Henry go into the other room as William and Clara's eyes follow them like a hawk to the other room. In the other room, Emily speaks with Henry about what just happened in the dinner moment. Dear, this family, look, I know I told you I wanted to take Charlie to new places, but this is not it. This family, it's clear that that man is abusive. We can't stay here. We need to go. Look, perhaps he was just drunk, you know? Look, Emily, I assure you, perhaps it's just the alcohol, and he just smacked his wife in front of us. He yelled at his own kids. Henry ponders as he thinks about it. Okay, look. We'll leave, but just let Charlie meet Evan for a while. She needs to meet some friends, okay? The two leave the room as they are shocked to see William and Clara in front of them, smiling wide with a grin. Hey, is everything alright? Yeah, nothing is wrong. It's all well. Where's Charlie? In the other room, Charlie enters as she witnesses a sad sight. Two broken beds and a cracked window with glass and writing in the walls. It also smells in the area, as blood is seen in the walls with a note of another room. Looks like a girl's room. It's all shattered though. Oh dear, what happened here? Evan pops out as he tells Charlie it's not safe to be here, that she needs to leave quickly before he turns him into one of them. As William arrives, as Charlie turns around in fear, as William pops out in the shadows. Mr. Afton, how did you get here? Evan, you were supposed to be asleep at this hour, my boy. Evan looks in fear as Charlie tries to protect him. She snaps with her fist. In the air, she swings a punch at Evan. Oh crap. Sticks a punch at Afton's face, imagine. I won't let you hurt him. You Charlie lands a punch as she tries to defend Evan as Afton falls to the ground. As he looks at Charlie with anger and is about to charge at Charlie. How dare you! Henry heard everything as he yells at Emily as he sees Afton bleeding. Miss Emily, get over here. Language! I am so sorry, Afton, about all this. Emily walks away as he talks with her father in the other room, looking back as William closes the door with an evil grin. Who knows what evil he is doing to not only poor Evan, but Vanessa too. Who was that other though? So, you think you can have others help you when you're in problems, huh, boy? Evan backs to the corner as Vanessa is behind him in fear in her eyes. I see all, boy. You can't escape me. I always follow no matter what. I always come back to haunt you. Vanessa steps in as Evan begs her not to. Sis, wait, no! The screams are in vain. She can't do much. Stop yelling at my brother. You think you're so tough just because you're smart with your brains and all that? That gives you the right to be a boogeyman to my mom and an abusive failure to me and my brother? That only because that makes you a bully? You're just a bully and a failed father. That's what you are. Vanessa gets a swing at her father's face, punching him hard in the jaw as she looks down on him. You're a bully. And a cat, William yells and grabs her and throws her to the ground as he grabs a bottle and throws it at Evan, pushing him to the floor. You see, Evan, this is what happens when you don't listen to your father. Now watch and learn. Evan watches in horror as he sees his father beat again and again Vanessa with the belt, as he's unable to do anything, all tied with beer bottles, as Vanessa yells for mercy. An evil man indeed. He isn't a man. William Afton is a monster. Please stop hurting me, Evan cries as William's evil eyes don't stop. You want to be next? You're lucky she is even your sister. Who have abandoned I would have abandoned the day I saw her. William stops, covered in red blood from their scars, as he looks up into the distance, as he can hear the demons on his mind. No food for a month. You'll be stuck in this room to learn what you did, you failures. William closes the door, leaving the two souls to suffer in the darkness alone as the dark covers the shadows and the screams of his victims are heard in the distance. I really saw him hurting Evan, and the screams, it felt real. It just isn't right. You have to believe me, Dad. Look, alcohol can do that, but language was just unnecessary. Just all of a sudden, William arrives to talk business and smirks. What an evil smirk. Look, Emily, we'll talk later. Just hold on. Me and William have to chat for a while, okay? Charlie tries to tell her father no, but William looks with an evil grin and hurries as her father as she isn't able to do much. Dad, wait! No need. Time is clicking. After all, let me speak about my plans. Mr. Emily, shall we? Well, of course. Okay, Charlie, we'll speak more afterwards. Charlie's hands reaches out, but it isn't able to do much as she witnesses her father leave her side, as she stands in horror as she knows it's too late to go back to the time of no return. Henry leaves with William to speak in the chair as he pulls out a chart in front of him and opens the blinds. At this rate, it leaves Henry shocked and awe as he looks around the charts. Whoa, you made this? When? Well, Clara was making dinner after all. I am the one with the brains after all. Oh, but I truly had to pull some strings with this. Henry turns his attention to the pizzeria sketches as he examines them. What's that for? Ooh, this is what I wanted to talk to you about. The idea, since I'm a quick thinker after all, I'm a puppet creator and you're animatronics, we can create a future legacy like no other. Imagine. Henry ponders as he wasn't much of a crowd pleaser, but he did like making children happy. But didn't want his creations to be private. But perhaps it could be nice for Charlie. This does sound great, but what? Henry chalks off some ideas as he writes some more things on the board. I had this character in mind. The name was Fredbear, and I think it would do nicely with the kids since, in the circus, Charlie saw a dancing bear, and I think, imagine if we make the animatronics dance. Wouldn't that be cool? William agrees as he thinks that's a great plan, but he saw the scratch idea Henry removed, and is confused on why it was rejected from him. Hold on, why not this plan? It could be cool, right? Wear the suit with removing the spring locks, moving around the pizzeria, controlling them. Doesn't that sound neat? Revolutionary, if you ask me. I don't know, William. Seems too dangerous, don't you think? William laughs as he assures Henry nothing bad will happen. He is good with puppets, after all. What can go wrong? Flashback lines scroll as it seems it did go wrong. As the police and the news reporter leave the area, as Henry sighs and sees William smiling. Thanks, pal. You saved me. Henry sees blood on William's hands as Henry turns to the robots and cries as he leaves the area as they shut it down as the TV turns off the static. He tells himself, are the children in those things? It was not supposed to go like this. Where did it all go wrong? The moment cuts back to William explaining both of their legacies as he imagines a life where the two will become the very best of what they can be. Oh, please, Henry, I'm a puppet master. I'm built for these things. Now, what do you say? Do you want to build a legacy? He pulls out his hand for a handshake as Henry stands there looking at the hand of his new friend. He shakes quickly William's hands, not knowing the biggest mistake he has just done. Well, we're gonna build a legacy. We need a name for this place, don't you think? How about it? Fredbear? No. We need the name of the location. It doesn't take long for the two to think of a name. Fredbear's Family Diner. Ah, I see what you did there, pal. Your character's name. Smart, smart, I see. You know, friend, I think this is the part of a brand new friendship. It wasn't. It was the start of a very tragic incident. If only I wasn't so gullible and blind to his lies. We were famous and the best of the best, but there was something William was always jealous of that I had more of a successful life. The very moment I saw his family, I knew he was not the best family person. He always yelled and seemed aggressive. I should have known what he would become. The day I left Fredbear's family diner, we fought an argument. He went crazy when almost most of his kids went missing. And then, what became of him? He went insane. He caused his own daughter trauma. The dude became a menace, and the argument led to a very tragic accident. She didn't deserve this. I could have saved her. The rain is heard loud as William throws a drink on the floor, as he yells at Henry leaving the location they once built. What do you mean you quit, Henry? I need you. Fazbear Entertainment needs you. Henry gathers an umbrella and coat as the rain gets louder as he looks at the rain falling on the ground as William's face begins to turn on him. No, it's been so long, William, since I see my family. You, sir, have driven my family and yours crazy. Emily, she took my daughter to another location. She does not want to be anywhere near you ever again. The spark this sparks William's rage. He isn't gonna let this slide. Not anymore. No, Henry. You don't understand. You need me. Without this company, it will crumble in your eyes. Henry knows William is full of crap. This company, the name Freddy, is the only thing he ever cared about. You know, William, I really thought we had something going here, but it's clear the money and fame got into your head. We are finished. Henry closes the door as William looks alone, as he throws a glass bottle on the floor, as he sees Henry leave for the night. Okay, see what I care. Yo, see. William was no longer human. It felt like at that moment he changed, as one night it all went wrong. My wife Emily was in the store, and William was in the same store as her, and I don't know if he did this on purpose, but I think he was just jealous. It felt strange since it was like he and Emily met before. When he first saw her enter the house, he quickly knew her name. Emily said nothing though, but it was clear he had history with her, and it was quite tragic. If only I knew more of what was going to occur on that very day. We cut to the moment where it all went wrong, where Emily is leaving the store as she calls up Henry for the night. Hey, hun, I got the groceries for tonight. How's Charlie doing? She's been okay. Hey, stay safe. The night has been weird lately. Emily looks both ways. She packs two bags as she closes the doors as she laughs packing the food. Trust me, hun, it's always weird where we live. How's, William? Henry frowns as he knows it all went wrong. He thought he had a friend he could really trust. He really wanted someone as an actual friend and not a worker. He didn't answer my calls. It all just crumbled. I'm so sorry it all didn't go right with the company. Look, I know it was your dream, and I'm sorry you had to leave to see it shatter. Henry grabs a photo of his family as he sees Charlie, him, and his wife smiling, a picture of all of them camping. He smiles and looks into the air and lays the image on the ground. Well, what matters is that we have each other, right? Yeah, hey, I'm about to hang up right now, okay? Dear, stay safe, okay? And poor Emily. It wasn't her fault. The moment she hung up and back up driving, a purple car came zooming by and crashed into hers. Everything went white for a while. It happened. She perished just like that because of him. Everything goes blank in flames as the flames get higher and the car is seen all crushed in pieces. A hand could be shown in the ground as the clouds cover the area. A fire is seen as William leaves his car drunk, looking at the massacre he caused, as he runs to the broken car in stress, as he yells in panic. No, why did you do that? Fuck, did you idiot? Why did you have to? Why? William looks around the burnt hand as he removes the hand to look at the bleeding face. What have you done? He sees and looks into the face. He has killed Emily, Henry's wife. No, 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 what have I done? William takes him away to hide the body as he drags Emily's body to a nearby dumpster. As he dumps it in the trash, as he looks around to see any witnesses. As he walks to his car drunk. Her fault, not mine. Idiot. He drives off as the body of Emily was never found, but the ambulance and cops were called. It was at this moment something just snapped in William. This was the moment where he didn't care anymore. He no longer was the father he once was. He was different. He turned to the rabbit figure he had in his car, as he no longer resembled a man. He now has the figure of a dark rabbit. One could say he has become a boogeyman figure called the Yellow Rabbit. That actually goes kind of hard, like that ending. And that is your sneak peek at Five Nights at Freddy's 3 Rewritten. The the full version is coming out on March 31st, 2025, and yeah, that actually went. This goes hard. One could say he has become a boogeyman figure called the Yellow Rabbit. That actually guy kind of goes hard, guys. Like, I actually kind of click with that. Anyways, bye. Have a good day.